Hello guys, I'm the Kardashian, and in this channel I'll be spending 1 week teaching you different tricks, maneuvers, shuffles and controls every day. I shall be releasing a different video teaching you a different trick per day. Today I shall be focusing more on the double lift and talk about the basics of the double lift. But before we get into the video, I think it's important that as a viewer you understand how to move the cards around, shuffle the cards around, and so I'll be teaching you a few basic shuffles and maneuvers. For the first maneuver, I'll be teaching you how to do a basic spread, as it will come in handy for other tricks and other productions of cards when you want to show a face-up card or pick out one specific card. And how you do that is you hold the deck with your thumb at the bottom in the center and your middle finger at the top. You want to hold at the center of the breadth of the card and hold the full card. Like you want to hold every single one of the 52 cards, and with your pointer finger you want to hold it at the length of the card right at the center, and as you go across the surface you just let go of the card very slowly like that. So you've got a spread. Now the second maneuver I want to teach you is the overhand shuffle. Now a more known variation of this is where you take the cards from the bottom and you shuffle like this, but I prefer shuffling it like this as the cards move around faster and you can move into the next shuffle quicker. And basically what you do is you take about 1/4 of the packet and you've got 3/4 here, and you simply let go of the cards, disorienting the order of the deck. The last shuffle is the riffle shuffle that can be done in two different manners. One is where you use your thumbs and you riffle through the cards, but I find it difficult to get the cards back together as the cards can be rigid at times, so I prefer taking the two packets, holding the deck like this with your 4 fingers over here and your thumb on the other side, and you hold the two packets with your two individual hands and you simply riffle through like that, and you keep pressure at the center of your thumb and you let the cards go until it forms into one packet. Now that I've shown you some basic maneuvers like the spread and the overhead shuffle and the riffle shuffle, I shall move into the topic of today's video, which is the double lift. So in the trick that you'll be performing and the trick that I'll be teaching, you can ask the spectator to shuffle till they are satisfied, and then eventually they can choose to stop and they hand the deck back to you. And then what you do is you simply pick up the top card, which is the 8 of clubs in this instant, and you take the card and you swipe it right through the center of the deck. You could either do that, or let's say we choose another card, for example 3 of hearts. You could just riffle through, the spectator could say stop, and you just slide the card through and put it right in the middle of the deck. Now that we've lost the spectator's card in the middle of the deck, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the cards and start placing a few cards down until the spectator chooses to say stop. And let's say the spectator says stop right about here, and we keep this card down, right, because they said stop at this card. So the spectator could have either said stop right here, which is the 4 of spades, or they could have said stop at the previous card, which was the 8 of diamonds, but they said stop right here at this card, which was the 8 of clubs, their card. So the trick I just showed you, the main principle I used was the double lift, and the words itself are quite self-explanatory, where you pick up 2 cards at the same time, right? Double lift, 2 cards at the same time. So there are 2 main methods to do this trick or this technique. One is where we riffle across the back. We riffle across the back. We could do this beforehand and keep a break, a pinky break, where we just keep our pinky at the bottom. We could riffle beforehand and keep a thumb break, where we simply keep the 2 cards and put some pressure with our thumb, and there's a small gap where we can easily pick up the 2 cards and show it as one. And the main purpose of this trick is to show the second card as the first to the audience. So what you do, that's one way to show it, right? You riffle back, you pick up the 2 cards at the same time and say that this is the top card, this is your card. You say that to the spectator and you lose the card somewhere in the deck by keeping the card in the middle. Now, another way to do this is you simply hold the deck straight in your hand and your palms at the bottom of the deck, but it's not touching, there's an evident gap. And you use your 4 fingers at this side of the deck and hold the deck from this side and your thumb on the other. And you simply move the pressure with your thumb, creating this staircase-like effect. And since I'm left-handed, I like to do it this way. If you're right-handed, you would probably do it this way, and then you pick up the next 2 cards and you show the double lift. So as I'm left-handed, we create this staircase effect, where we go the staircase effect here, and we simply pick up 2 cards right about here. And it's far more cleaner as a trick, because even though in the beginning it could be a bit split like this, you've got that time to apply pressure, push it towards the deck and turn it around. So if there is a split like this, you simply put pressure and hold it as 1 and just simply turn it around. And then you could hold a thumb break about here and hold the packet as 1, even though it's 2 cards. And that is the double lift. So now that I've taught you the principle, let's put it into a trick. So first off, we do the double lift. So we riffle through the back of the deck and we pick up 2 cards and we show them the Jack of Spades. Let's say the spectator shows them the Jack of Spades. We could have shuffled it anywhere. The spectator could have said stop right here. And if we do a double lift now, their card will be the 3 of Hearts. So their card is the 3 of Hearts. We do the double lift and we show them the double lift packet. And now what we do is we keep the deck back on top. And under no circumstances should they know that their card was the second card, and they should not know there was another card on top which is not their card. They should think their card was the top card. You don't need to say anything, because if you do, it might make it obvious. So you simply show them the card, tell them that this is your card. You said stop anywhere, we took the card off the top. And you're subtly implying, when you say we took the card off the top, you're subtly implying that this is the first card. And then you keep it back on top. You take the top card, do not show it to them, because this is not their card. You do not show it to them and simply slide it. Another way to control the card, is you tell them to say stop as you riffle down the deck, and they say stop here, and you could just simply put the card in and slide it. Now they shouldn't know that their card is still controlled at the top of the deck. And now what we do is, it becomes very angle sensitive. So either we hold it with our right hand if the audience is on the right hand side. If the audience is on our left hand side, we hold it with our left hand. So for the purposes of this trick, let's assume that the audience is on the left hand side, since the camera is on the right and it's easier for you to see. So what we would do is, let's say that their card is at the top here. We would use our thumb and simply slide the card about that much and hold it down here. And now we want to hold it at this angle, so the audience from that side cannot see that this card is not, with the deck, and it's not squared up. It's outjogged. So now what we do is, we tell the spectator to say stop as we start putting cards down. And when they say stop, we stop putting cards down and we simply put the top card. So we've got their card like this at the top. We've got their card outjogged, holding it like this. We take the next card, and the second they say stop, we square it up. And then we keep their card to the side here. And then a small little detail that I always like to add to my trick is, to make the spectator feel like they are more in control, we show them that they could have stopped at the previous card, which is the Queen of Hearts, which is not their card, or the next card, which is the 3 of Clubs, which is also not their card, which we already know, because we've controlled their card right here, which is the 3 of Hearts, and that's how we do this trick. So now that we found the spectator's card, one last minute detail that I like to add. It's not a very important detail, it's not going to add too much weight to the trick, it's just the production. So now you could always, pull the card up and show them this is the 3 of Hearts, but what happens is the spectator gets time to digest it. What you want to do is, you want to hold the card like this, your middle finger on this side and your thumb on this side, and simply snap, like a normal snap, but you're holding the card in the middle here. And it creates a nice sound. The card turns up faster than normally would if you turn it up like this, and it just builds up to the anticipation of the spectator, and that just builds up the trick and the weight of it. Now kindly do like and subscribe the video, and I shall be uploading another video tomorrow where I'll be teaching you how to basic palm, and along this week I'll be teaching you some basic vanishes, and I'll give you a preview of it in a second. But tomorrow I'll be teaching you a few palms, a few vanishes. So I could be teaching you something simple, like a palm, how you palm the card like this, and basically what you do is you palm the card and you pick it up and then you make it disappear.